Hello, everybody. I'm trying to just fix my camera here. The light up there always causes some weird glare, so I thought I'd get some lights here on the side. Try to make that one like a little dimmer and see how it does. It looks like it's doing okay. I can see my face pretty clear there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. How y'all doing? I am back online playing some City Skylines and having a good time. So I hope y'all are too. On and join me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I said, we are playing some City Skylines. This is the remastered for... I'm going to hit pause really quick because I see something we need to go take a look at. But this is the remastered. This is, the one that came out for PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series, and it's pretty good. As you can see, this is a massive, massive city. For anybody who doesn't know, that isn't a follower of the channel or anything like that, or the first time you've seen this city, Foosha. This is Foosha. It is about 250,000, 270,000 citizens right now, somewhere around that. And working on getting up to 300,000 pretty soon here. That is the goal. We'll get to the whole thing in a second here. But... oh, shit balls. There we go. Forgot to turn off my computer. There we go. Not turn off the computer, but turn off the sound. Alright, there we are. Okay. So, what I wanted to come and look at was, oh shit, our amusement park is burning to the ground. I hate that. It's like, it's the coolest damn amusement park. It was built so well. Look at, even the freaking tram is on fire. And the buildings across the street are on fire too. Oh my god. It's catching the cemetery on fire. Cemeteries, I should say. The crematorium's on fire. That's not what they want. Oh jeez, can you imagine like owning a crematorium and it catches on fire? Like, what do? You got bodies in there. You're just like, well, I guess we'll just let it do its job. I mean, I'm being facetious. I'm totally being a dick right now, but like, come on, that'd be crazy. I bet it's happened. You know, they've had to like evacuate as many bodies as they can and stuff like that. Anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and hit play. Let these fine gentlemen put this fire out. Look like we got a big-ass crew of helicopters working the magic over here. So, we shall let them do that. Alright. Oh, I got an itch. Give me a second. Okay. So, we are back here in Foosha, and we're still, let me pull up this, let me get this all closed, still having issues with not, any need for residential. We got tons of residential area already just dealt with, like, people are just able to do whatever they want to move in. And we just totally need tons of business. We need a ton of, man, more fires. What is going on? In my test build, nothing was on fire when I started my test build. Maybe this did, but I didn't notice it or something. That other fire wasn't there. Anyway, as I'm talking here, let's fix some of these issues that are going on. Just to make sure that we're not having anything like taking too long. But anyway, like I was saying, we're having problems with not enough business, not enough industrial, so we're going to work on that today. Working on just making our industrial area look really good. That I want to build. I want to build a new farm, basically. Let me show you something here. And, there we go. We'll go to our natural resources. So if you look at the natural resources, I mean, I made this map, so of course, the land is completely filled with oil over here. In our nature preserve. And then the rest of it is like a lot of forest, a lot of fertile land. Like all this is very fertile land. It's very good land. And then we've got, oh, look at this, a ton of ore over here. So like any of my industrial areas, I could have turned them into ore mining into stuff over here, and they would have done just fine. But I didn't. Anyway. Oh, let's get this fixed really quick. I just seen that. Then got some sick people. Just some random basic things that normally go on around the city. And that's just what I'm paying attention to, just to make sure that we have it all dealt with. You know, we can kind of focus ourselves on other stuff while the city does its thing and works its kinks out itself. A lot of these little things like this, where it's like not enough workers, I think is what this one is, or too many overeducated workers or something. One overeducated worker. Maximum level, congratulations. Oh, look at that. But for some, oh, it's the one next to it. Not enough educated workers. So, again, it'll go away, or another business will pop up, or it'll get an educated worker in time here. So nothing we can do about shit like that anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to head right over here. This is where we're going to be working today, in this side of the city. So as you can see, I was not really considering the future of the city as I laid a few things down over here. Like, this is totally full-on industrial, this dirty ground. And then we put this dump in here. This is a trash burning facility. And, I mean, you can see what this thing does to the ground by itself all the way around it. So, one thing I noticed is that the only way these trucks can get in and out is by going in this long route. You know, we go in big old square here. So we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it there. It's fine. We're going to work around it. You can see all this green area to the outside. We're just going to go ahead and use that for what my plans are. And then we're going to put a few things inside of here and just kind of use the land as minimally as possible here, because because the land is sick, And, yeah. So let's get to it. First things first, I want to get rid of the sick trees. It always depresses me seeing these damn sick trees. Hey, Chris, welcome. It always depresses me seeing these sick trees. So we're going to do this, make this large circle, and just destroy, or not really destroy, but get rid of all the trees in this area. The same thing is going to happen, actually it doesn't really need to happen here, but over here, just a little bit, right in here. Okay. So I wanted to get rid of those trees, didn't like them. I mean, not that I didn't like them, I didn't like them getting sick. So now that we've got that done, what we're going to do is start placing down our roads. This area here, we're going to take it. It's going to be mostly warehouses. There's going to be we're going to look in our industries, grab something from there that will be useful to us, and put that in. But first of all, let's start off with the roads. And of course, you know, other little basic necessity things that we got to deal with. We're almost at 270,000 citizens, by the way. Like, that's just awesome. So, one-way roads, let's do 3-lane ways. Straight. Make sure our zoning is on and everything. Come on, click, there we go. Then, what I'm gonna do is that built around there. Then this one, I'm doing that on purpose because I always have trouble connecting it to the road. Or like in my test build, I was just having so much trouble. Hey, Blue, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I was having so much trouble in my test build getting that connected, and so the best thing to do is just go down like that, and then add in the little tail, and then fix it from there. Bam. So now we've got that. What I want to do now, go. Is upgrade, right? I think I put the roads in the wrong direction because I want this one hit pause for a second here. I want this one to go this way. And this one to go this way. There we go. So, basically they can come up, they can just loop around, come right back down, and go over here to the highway, or they can take off this way and go up this direction. I think actually the better idea would be to change direction of all this. Now that I think about it, I think it's just best to take a look at it and we'll see. Yeah, actually I like that better. I think that flows a lot better. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Those are the only ones that want one way. I couldn't wake up the whole family. Finally awake now. Alright, let's see here. So, next, these are just our baselines. These ones I want to leave two-way streets on here. And then the same thing I'm going to do up here. This one's going to be super basics. A lot of straight roads in this little zone right here. Pretty much. In fact, what I want to do is come across. That. And this one. Now, let's take a look at stuff inside of here. I want to first grab warehouses. Let's start with this one. It's going to go all the way over here. And then we'll work with that one in a few minutes here. We'll come back to that. But next, I want to get a large warehouse in. And some of these smaller ones. And these, like I said, are just more or less kind of use the space here, at the same time help with like not continuing on with the the pollution in the area or anything like that. They're just storage. They're just taking in things right now. So I'm going to change all their stuff in a minute here. Actually, we'll throw another one of these in. Oh, you know what? Before I do, let's get... Was it Sneaker? I believe it was Sneaker Factory is what I decided to use last time. Well, let me take a look here. We got Sneaker, Lemonade, Electronics. It was Clothing or Sneaker? It was one or the other. I think it was... I mean, it's not like we can't do both of them. I think we're going to go with Clothing. Look at this sneaker one, if we can actually maybe sneak this in here somewhere. Oof. Barely, doesn't even make it there. Shoot. And one of my biggest things is trying to leave some of these roads, because I like the roads just, basic where they are. So I think what's going to happen... Could be worse. Do it like that. There we go. Doesn't have to have the road through there. They can come in on the road, make this right, and then they can go left, left, and then out that way if they want to. Yeah, too, it's like, I think by the end of the day here, we'll be somewhere near 280,000, I think. And I don't have to even, like, oh, I can take this off of pause, too. I don't know why it's paused right now. Oh, I had that one road I was messing with, that's why. Yeah, I don't have to build any more housing right now because there's so much already out there, available areas. So that's just all doing its thing. I just have to start building in more business, more industrial, and that's kind of where our focus is what it is today. So we can try to start knocking those down. And once those get knocked down, I think that's going to start increasing our need for housing again, getting us back to that point where we can start increasing our, population a lot faster again. So let's see here. I think I already put, yeah, those are the medium warehouses right there. So let's go these small ones. That fit perfectly. And then a couple of these. I like these ones. They're just a cool design. It is very reminiscent of the things that we have around here, different warehouse yards around here for like logging and industries and stuff like that we have around here. So see, this side actually is headed towards all this industrial stuff, so it can be used. Oh, I need to also be sure that we're going to be covering our fire needs and things like that too. Oops, let's go back in here. I think I can actually fit a medium one here, like that. Then I don't think there's really any room for any other factories, especially stuff like this. Car factory is massive. Like this is, if I ever did the car factory, I don't even know where I'd put it. Maybe over here somewhere. I don't think it would make sense over here, to be honest. Everybody's begging for water. Yeah, our fire needs and police needs and stuff like that, I try to keep up on them. The thing is, it's like right now, you can see what isn't covered. And it's like, when I started today, all this was on fire over here. There you go. Take a look at it. And then there was something else on fire in here. You can see the black. All this area in here burned earlier too. So, and it burned pretty good. So the best thing is I'm going to do a helicopter depot in here. Then a fire station. That'll work. And then we want to just make sure we have some police coverage, and so we'll get to that in a minute. There's something that I'll explain this whole build that we're about to do, and the police station will be part of that, actually. So it might not sound right, because this is all going to be farmland over here, but the police station is going to be part of it. So, alright, let's go ahead and look at our... let's lay down water. Water's going to... it's going to bug me if I don't get it down right now. Oh yeah, totally could. I've had fires that have taken out a lot, and luckily that was what started making me build, you know, a lot of the things that the way I build it with a lot of fire departments. And with, this time around, I got enough water everywhere that building with the using the fire helicopters is actually extremely useful in this city. So. Want to be careful on how many I'm using in here, because this right here actually isn't the one I wanted. It was this one. There we go. Because that center road is actually going to get deleted out of here. All this center stuff is going to get deleted out of here pretty soon. So now, just trying to get this is covered as quickly as possible without having to do as many lines as possible. So maybe one more through here just to cover that little spot. Perfect. Now, once we get the roads down over here, we'll worry about all this stuff then. But for now, I think that is covering everything. Oh, while I'm in here, I'm going to throw down one of these and two of those, actually three of them. Get them connected in really fast. As you can see, sewage treatment is really low. Water is another thing that I need to start thinking about too, but what I'm going to do is just add into the system like this. I've already got a tower up here, so why wouldn't I have like 2 or 3 towers up here, right? And that'll add a pretty decent amount of water to the system right there alone. And we'll, as we increase the land, like with the farmland that's going to be going on over here, that's going to be part of our decoration for farms, waters, and stuff like that. So, Drakkar, wow, man, I'm getting hit with all the cool people today. What in the world? We got Chris, we got Blue Derico, Drakkar. Man, oh man. All we need now is David. David and Tim, we got the crew. All right. Yeah, totally watching the fire safety right now because of the fires that were in here. But now we've got all this taken care of. Like I said, I kind of wanted to leave as I wanted to make it industrial in the area, but not increase the pollution coming out of this area. And so we used, you know, we kept the dump thing in the middle there, the big incinerator in the middle, but then we kind of surrounded it with our not factories, but warehouses. And then we do have 2 factories there though. But so here is where I want to look at them, and I need animal products, crops, plastics. So what we'll do is we'll choose this one, animal products. I guess plastics. What else do it say? Crops. So let's choose this one. I guess that would be in flower. Wait. Where is crops? I guess that would be under farming products, I guess. That's what we'll do. Put that as farming products. Now this one needs crops, paper, petroleum, and plastic. So what we want to do here is we'll make this one the farming products on that one as well. This one I want to make, wait a minute, let me look at here. So let's go ahead and change this one to plastics. And one of these, that one's the plastic, so we're going to change that to petroleum. And in these two, we're going to go ahead and store paper. That way we've got everything stored around there, stuff can move in and out. It should work out for us. And now we've got Noma's Towns. Holy crap, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are awesome today. All right, so we've got... Welcome, Nomas, by the way. Welcome. We've got everything lined up exactly how I want to do it in here right now. We're going to come back to kind of dealing with the zoning in here and stuff like that. Like I said, there's still green in here that is usable for what I'm planning on this area. What I want to do now is we're going to take and just create kind of a base area here. So hopefully I can get this. Oh, I got to turn this stuff back on. Hold on. So let's grab onto one of these. Oh, too far. Of course. Why does it go to do this? It's saving. Here we go. Go there. Go ahead and just run one across the top here. Like that. Yeah, almost there. Almost. We'll see it really quick here. Only at 240. Oh, come on, grab a part of the road. What in the world is going on there? There's the oddest thing that is not grabbing. It's showing it to me for like a moment. I don't know what I did to create that other weird road. There we go, finally, something. Okay, that will not necessarily fix my issue, but it will help. Still, with these extra points here that I have no idea where they're from. Oh! Wait a minute. Why is there points there? Why? Hold on. We do have something underground there. Oh! Oh, that's right. We have our... I don't even know if we have the routes set up on it yet. But I ran this wide out here so that when we started running some of our other trains, like there's some of these trains underground runs, some of the metro runs, but this one was set up wide so that we could bring this out here eventually. Oh, that's what those extra notches are for. Okay. Got it. Busy building a port. Nice. It's just messing with me a little bit, but sure I can figure this out. There we go. There's a spot. Okay, there's just our base and code coming in. We kind of connect out this way too. Go. Now, this part. There's something. There we go. Trying to remember exactly how I had some of this set up because I don't want to. There we go. Don't want to mess up my fields too much, where I'm going to have my fields at and such, so this needs to go this way. Then we need a bridge. We're going to create a bridge here. Shuko would be delighted. He does like those ships, huh? He's always disappearing because of them. I'd have to go check that port out. I'll have to check that out. Alright, let's get just a quick roundabout put in here really fast. Just a small one. Just a small one. There we go. Actually, I did not need... Let's go ahead and fix that right now. I did not need the zoning on it. Let's make sure that doesn't have any weird glitches because of the zoning. Okay. Now from there, we're going to go ahead on this side. This one is going to be a little more of a... Oops. There we go. It's going to kind of drop it down. I'm going to have to fix that mountain. It kind of bugs me. Or at least that little cliff area there. I did this a little more wavy in my test build, and I was so not happy with it. There we go, it's better. I just was not happy because I couldn't put down the stuff the way I want it to. So what we're doing is we're building this into a giant... Oh my god! Well, somebody was smoking in the boys' room. And it caused a ruckus. Alright, well, back to this. Holy crap. Okay. So, this is all going to become a farm. This area here is going to be pasture and, you know, for crops and used for the animals and stuff like that. This side is where I want to take all the fruit trees and kind of make it look like you would with a vineyard or something like that is the idea behind it. So having the fruit trees along here where I can, and then stuff like that. Just kind of making things fit up. That area's lit. Making things fit in there pretty good. So now, I think that's good. I might want to add... Yeah, like that. Just an extra little road in there. This needs to be changed to a one-way really quick. Oops. Grade. Alright. That should be good. I'm not interested in them being able to take short trips. This is going to be a big orchard through here, so now looking good, looking good. Let's get rid of a couple of roads here that aren't necessary. And yeah, I think I can leave those now. These ones, because this here, oh, in fact, they need some power. This is just fine. I can fit this in right here. Look at that. It's getting 7 megawatts. That's pretty good. So now we'll come back to that. This, in fact, we can actually set it up. And if trucks want to start coming in, they can. This is going to be unique, or not unique, zoned industry farming. So they should be getting power. They should have water. Let's double check that. Yeah, okay. Now we need to fix these lines. This is like part of what I was saying. Once I get over here, then we'll put the lines in. And David must be busy with family or church today. Still, we are still on the mission to see if we cannot overload the nodes also. Is it possible to have too many nodes on the PlayStation 5? Like the PCs do. I would just have to flub that. Oh, I'm like sitting there struggling with this. Like, why won't these go where I want them to go? And it's because I did not have the stuff turned off to make it easier to make these go where I want them to go. Like that. And if they don't want to go exactly where you go, you just do something like that. That one's in the way, but alright, whatever. I need water up here. The crops are going to cry if they don't get water to them. Yeah, because I see that all the time. Yeah, the node limit. And I'm like, okay, does that happen here? Am I going to deal with a node limit on my PlayStation? So, yeah, I've been continuing to run the water lines this way instead of just, being cautious and running them in a quicker fashion or something. And plus all the trees that I've used in the game, like there's just so much stuff that I wonder, am I going to get penalized at some point? Although I'll have to say, for being at 270,000 citizens, I've got water lines under all the streets, pretty much all the streets. So many trees. We got oxygen coming out of our buttholes in this city, and it's amazing. Like, it still runs beautifully. Okay, there's a little choppiness there. I'll admit there was some choppiness in the camera movement for a moment. But, I mean, traffic is moving. And we can even get close. I'm excited. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. The more, like, when we were talking about this a while back, I don't remember if you were in the conversation or not, But we were having this conversation a while back about the node limit on PC versus if I have one on PlayStation. And I mean, look at trees. All these roads in here have water line on them, under them pretty much. See? Same thing here. And here, I mean, I try to be cautious about not every single road, but still, look at. So at some point, I'm like, when does it break? When do we break this? That's kind of where my goal is headed now. Like I always say, I want 1 million citizens. I want 1 million citizens in the city, and really now in the back of my mind, I'm like, when do I break the game? It's got, yes, this is the 25 tiles. So if I back out, I still have 3 more to buy over here. And it's area that I wasn't planning on building in, but some of it, like this one, I was planning on doing some building in, right here, through here, kind of around the base of the mountain there, but I wasn't really planning on coming around the other side of the mountain over there yet, with anything, so. I mean, we could even go in here, let's see. Let's see if this breaks it. If this kicks me offline because I break the game, I'm sorry. We're going to purchase these last tiles. We might as well. We have all 25 tiles now. Wow, we can look at Mount Kalubo from a different angle for once. What? Look at this. It's so nice being able to come at it from this side. There should have been somewhere right in here was one of the areas. There should be like an animal spawn point also. So there should be like elephants and giraffes and things like that over here on this, but I don't see any. I don't know how well the animal spawn points work in this game. I do know that island over there, let's go into this, that island over there, I put like 1 million animal spawn points on that island. Like I load, Tim, what's up? Welcome. We're almost there. We just need David now. That island over there is just loaded with animal spawn points on it, and I can't get there. I always thought like, oh yeah, we'd be able to go to the map. Like I thought the map was going to let me go that large, and so I built it all the way out there. It was supposed to be an animal sanctuary, which, I mean, I can't touch it, so it's an animal sanctuary for sure. But I mean, just loaded with animal spawn points. And I can't ever see any of the animals on that land. And that one, too, I think had some animal spawn points on it. It had like 3 or 4. And again, something I can't ever touch. It pisses me off. So, alright, let's get back to it. We're getting back over here. We got our farm needs to get now designed and built, and then what I want to do first before we 100% that, so we're going to do our district painting tool here. And this side's going to be made into a district, and then I'm just going to share the district information over here. I just really feel that that's probably the better way to just get my information across the way here while I do this. But now I can just go in here, fix everything, and it's all going to be identical for me. I don't want anything there. I just want to go... none of these... I think are necessary. Here we go. City planning. I want the industrial space planning. I can move my fat head out of the way. There we go. Filter industrial waste, boost connections, workers union, and industry 4.0. A lot of that helps to reduce the footprint of the gosh, what can I think right now? Of the pollution in there too. So I'm trying to see if that will help me at all. Now we've got that done. Let's go ahead and make a farm. So that anything that gets built in there will now be a farm. Now we're going to go to our actual industries DLC and create a new industry area here. Like I said, you can see this is just super fertile land, so I might as well. It's what I was doing. I'm sitting there. I started to fiddle around, like trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And I was like, you know, it's super fertile, and I think this would make a great idea. And I started doing it, and I loved it. I kept going with it, and, well, as you can see, that is our project for the day. Especially getting to use this side of the hillside the way I want to. Like I said, it kind of makes me think, like around here we get a lot of vineyards. We have a lot of just fruit farms and stuff like that with a lot of fruit trees and things. And they do grow them along the hills and the mountains around here and stuff like that. And that's why I want to be able to use this land for that reason. So now we've got that. It's going to want, it doesn't even know what it's about until we lay down our first building. Then our workers' barracks. Should be able to fit against the road the other direction. I don't know why it's not. It was doing it. Oh my gosh. And it saves right. Okay. Woo. It's like I had to go into the save mode right then, right at that point. Oh, I know what's going on. Let's pause for a second. The roads are jacked up from that stupid bug. So we'll start with our medium roads, upgrade. Over here as well. Every time, every single freaking time. I think up here too, just because all those were built, I'm sure it was going to be that way. Alright. Now, let's double check this one in the middle, just in case. Now we got to fix those 6 lanes. I really wish they would fix this. Like, this would be the bug that, like, you think that they would take care of first. Out of any of the other bugs for this game, they'd be like, yo, we got your back. We got this. No longer will these freaking roads make other roads take their design. Or their zoning, I should say. Alright, now we got that done. We got it fixed. Let's go ahead and go back in here to the industries and actually be able to lay stuff down the way we should, I think, now. Of course not. Test build sat there perfectly fine, but now you're not going to, huh? It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'll build them like that. Fine. Game. Fine. That's how you want to play. That's how we're going to play. I'm going to place this guy right here. How do you like that? Alright, let's go with our large animal pastures now. I want to get these in here. I think I can fit... Oh, man. How did I do that last time? Oh, no, no, no. I remember I kind of mixed them up. That's right. How did I do that? Now I can't remember. I guess we'll just have to come up with a new little way of fitting these in here. Forget it. Fine, 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 fine. Because we only get the large and the small as far as the animal pastures go. And I think, like, see how they kind of, back each other like that? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't think I had 4 of the large ones last time anyway, so I think I'll go with this. It should work out a little better. But what I want to do is kind of start working on the design and the decoration around it, making it look good as well. As we go through these areas, we're going to make them shine, I guess, in a sense, all at once. Just kind of like that. Take this out just a little bit because I want to take this one and be more against the fence with it. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. You would have plenty of trails all the way around your stuff in a real build, so that just makes sense to me to do that. People who don't, I mean, all right, let's do it the way you want. It's fine. Let's go turn that down. So we'll come in here to these little spots, throw down some grass, a couple of these bushes. Try to be kind of random with them. But I have a couple of spots, like corners and things like that. Like, I like to try to get things like this to go through the fence, make it look like it's going through the fence. I mean, I guess the cattle would be eating it if it was going through the fence, but hey. I like the way it looks. A little bit into the trail even is fine. Now, this is a fertile place. We have no problem with trees. This is not going to have, any pollution through here. Anything that's going to create pollution, any of those things like that, I'm going to be taking them on kind of the outskirts of this farm here. In fact, I should have built my farm a little wider, I believe. I think I didn't go wide enough on the side of there where that train storage is. I want to make sure I'm not stealing all of my spots here with trees, so let's go up here now, grab some rocks. Make sure we get them in here. Oh, I got a bush there. I'm like, why wouldn't I put a rock down? Oh, duh, there's a bush. I saw one pop in. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I was kind of thinking one of these, but maybe Maybe it's a little too much. I think the smaller ones we just find through there. I did not choose the animals yet, though, so hold on. Let's go with regular cows. Regular cows. And then here we'll do one more cow. Then we'll do a pig. A pig, and then 2 sheep. I just don't think Highland cows, with all that fur they have, would do very well in an environment like this. That's why I didn't choose any of the Highland cow. Okay, so we've got that set up. We're going to come back, the other parts of the industry too. We'll come back. Trees, rocks, and bushes. In fact, this little spot here, the reason I didn't put anything through there necessarily is because I was considering, wanted to make sure I had the room for the small barn and our grain silos. I just got to be careful that we don't create a ton of traffic in one specific road or corner or anything like that. So I think I want to take and be very careful. I'm going to move this back over here by the silo. So it's a little bit away from that corner. Sweet. Okay. Now we've got our crops. That's why I left this side nice and wide over here. And medium fields. Whoa, 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 get back in there. Make sure that they go to a road that isn't filled with traffic already, like that. I really wish I could do floppables and stuff, but just so many different things I could come up with on my own, out of my own head, you could create it. Wouldn't it be neat to be able to take your, it's better to just go to the industry and find it. Take our fencing here for the farm, right? Let's go straight. Just have all those fenced off. And now all that is pasture land. All that you could just have if you plop down some cattle or some sheep or whatever in there, now all this green area is filled with that and used appropriately like it should be. I'm going to imagine that there's cows in there, that's what it's getting used for. But it would just make more sense to me to have something like that. And I just don't understand why. Why they don't. It's freaking crazy to me why they don't. So anyway, we've got a few more things we can lay down. Let's go ahead and put these large barns. Put 2 over here. 1 there. One across from my imagined field. And then the grain silos. Yet I'm trying to be careful, watching the traffic, where they're going to be running and stuff like that. Probably still screwing it up a little bit, but it should be okay. Let's check these medium crops in here. Right. There we go. Beautiful. I like how that turned into a greenhouse right there. I didn't even have to do anything about it. Absolutely beautiful. Oh man, I get a little stretch on real quick. Okay. Now let's go ahead and back in here. Let's go ahead and lay down a couple of trails first. I think if this was a pasture, there would be an entrance somewhere, so we'd have to choose like a nice entrance. Since our farm, our main farmhouse is right here, let's go ahead and make our entrance like kind of here or whatever. Actually, let's go ahead and use the dirt road to start with. Oh no, if I use the dirt road, it'll get rid of my fence right there. You know what? Like I said, this is imagination time, so fluff it. I can't do certain things you can on the PC, so whatever. Oh, let's get rid of that zoning though. Just wanted to bring it in just a little bit. It is still... look at... Off. Can't upgrade to this type. Oh, I know what it is. It's not mine. I'm brain dead. That's what it is. I just realized it's the zoning on the other street. I just have to do this. Alright, there we go. I was trying to see if we could make it look like a used up area, you know. Like it's just beat up. Lots of traffic, foot traffic, things like that. I think that's actually kind of working out. Yeah, okay, I could deal with that. Throw some of these out in here. See, we can hear cattle. We can see imagination land. We're hearing cattle already. Alright, let's go ahead and just pop in just a couple of these. Right here in the corner. There, nice. Cool. Okay, so now our field has a little protection for the cattle or whatever running through there. Should be good to go. Should be good to go. Okay. Oh, look, we got a lot of them over here. Look at that. Look at that. They're running low on pigs in this one, though. Very nice. I'm happy so far. My phone keeps beeping at me. Okay, so we've got pretty much back over here. There we go. Pretty much everything down that it gives us except for these 4 buildings: slaughterhouse, milking parlor, cattle shed, farm. So like I said, I think I need to increase, yes, over here just a little bit. But before I start laying stuff down, let's go ahead and bring our train track down here and get it set in place. So what I did is I went underground with it for a moment. It's not necessarily the most practical, but it works. Put on our freeform tool. And then all the way to this point, let me go see if I can use my straight tool here. Just kind of eyeball it off of the, stop grabbing stuff, son of a bitch. Dude, I swear it is saving way more than normal lately. Like, that's kind of getting on my nerves. Alright. It's not 100% where I wanted it to be, though. I was kind of hoping to miss that. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess that works. That works. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. This is how we're going to fix that. This is where I wanted it. Now, there we go. What I needed to do is grab off of that line and go backwards. I was snatching the wrong line. It wasn't letting me go the right way. Like that. I think that angle is a little too off. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Brings it back that way, gets us into the straight position. Now we can bring this back above ground. Connect in, perfect. Now this side, felt like doing a bridge. Lots of cows. Oops. And now from here, we go ahead and just use the curve tool. And it goes right on in. Perfect like that. And then the other thing that I did, because it will let me, go just a little bit, just a hair. Oh wait, I need to bring this out just a hair first. Now, there we go. That way there's like an opportunity, if there's a train coming this way, it can wait here while the other one goes out this direction. The trains love to get all tangled up in freaking traffic messes too, so we might as well be smart about it. Now this is bugging me. That was not how it was in my test build. Let me do something here about this. See if the softened terrain will help. And we'll go back to our tracks. We'll come out of the ground, see if that helps as well. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah, I like that one. Oh, it's much better. Much, much better. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Now, we need to make sure we're going both directions here. Don't worry, I thought of that already. Might be a little too close. Oh, no. That's a little odd. Let's fix that. I think it's because it is too close. That's a lot better. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay, now it's hooked in. Both sides can get up there. Oh man, I wish I could take naps, bro. Like every once in a while I do, but no matter how tired I get, I just, for some reason, I'll like knock out in my chair for like 2 minutes maybe, and then all of a sudden, like, wide awake. Like, wait, my brain needs to think about stuff I don't care about. You know what? I think I'm going to work on finishing off this bottle of Absolute Citron Vodka. Probably a little too much in there. I never know how to like measure in cups when I change cups around. Like I get so used to using a certain cup, I'm like, oh, I know where I want to pour to, and then I change cups where I started using my Lions cup recently, and as I'm using it, I'm like, dang it, I totally do not know where to pour on that. That's a heavy pour, very heavy pour. I'll probably drink it, but just saying. All right. Now, let's go ahead and finish up a farm here. It's looking great. Still a little short on... Oh. You see this traffic getting super heavy over here? Got to do something about that right now. I just thought about this. And that's going to make it to where we need to... I'm thinking of other traffic we have to deal with too. Okay, so I'm not going to upgrade because that might mess with my rock. We'll look and see. Can't upgrade to that type anyway. Oh no, it's a 3-lane, duh. No, it's not messing with the rock. Okay, there's that. Now, what I want to do actually is here, I'm going to downgrade this. Oops, not that one. Downgrade this to 2-lane underneath the bridges. See how it's got the 2 straight and then the 2 turns right there? That's why I did that one. Now it's just 2 straight under the bridge, and then as it comes here, we're going to leave a 3-lane. And then have it go into the 4-lane there. This is going to help out with the traffic, trust me. It was a huge issue a little while ago. This here is necessary as well because it's now going to keep trucks from traveling all the way through all this. As you can see, it is already filling up because of stuff coming in, stuff leaving. All that right now is just turning into a madhouse at the moment. Look at this freeway, in fact. And this is because what's going on at the moment is a lot of these trucks are coming over here to bring me cattle and stuff like that. See? They're all cattle or grain or something. They're all here to freaking load something up right now. So it's just a matter of taking care of making sure this is going to handle the traffic at the moment. And we can even do this. Just a quick off-ramp right there. Some of the trucks coming in can use that for the time being. Later on, we're just going to delete them out of there once the traffic settles down. But for now, this is in order to keep a lot of this that's going on that I forgot about from happening. So, as you can see, there's a lot of vehicles coming this way right now. See how far back this stretches? All the way to the side of this bridge. And again, that's because a lot of these vehicles are just bringing me materials and stuff for this area right now. So anything I can do to relieve that traffic, the better. So we'll do that. That looks good. We'll leave those alone. Oh, I should check for lights. Intersections, all these lights at the junctions, things like that are going to mess up any of my traffic flow. Everything has lights on it right now. Okay. Again, traffic should start kind of taking care of itself over time here. But because of all this and it having to bring things in and everything, it's just, yeah. Well, thanks, Blue. Yeah, it's just going to create some issues. But yeah, the farm, it's coming along great. I totally agree with you. Like, this is truly what I envisioned in it. I really, again, like I said, I wish I could take this field and put animals in it. Wouldn't it be cool? They give us these horses and pigs and sheep, right? So, I mean, not horses, cattle and pigs and sheep. So why wouldn't it be awesome to make a horse somehow and put a horse in over here? Like, you could take, I think they have zebras or something, don't they? I don't know. Plop them down in there. Or hell, forget about it. Let's go ahead and put some elephants or giraffes in there from their, choices of animals that they got. Throw them down, and we're herding elephants. We got an animal sanctuary, right? That's the way I'd look at it. You have to get up to butt crack of dawn. Yeah, my butt crack of dawn is 3:30 a.m. Which reminds me, I need to find out what I'm doing tomorrow. Alright, let's see here. Now, we're going to finish up with our farm. Like I said, we got to use this side now. Get our fruit fields laid out. I just realized that I did not put any zoning on these roads. Let's go fix that really quick. Certain areas probably aren't going to need the zoning because they won't fit there properly, like the shape with the shape of them and stuff, but I'm just going to run through really quick and go ahead and rezone it. Anyway, like that little road obviously would be a silly thing to rezone. This corner probably didn't need rezoned, but whatever. I'm just going to go in the sort of these. There's nothing's going to attach to those. Well, I guess I could throw down some like silos or something over here. We'll see. We'll see. Barn or something. I don't know. There we are. Now, the only thing that messes these up is when it turns into a... it's all sloped too steep. When it turns into a... why can't I think of it? Greenhouse. The greenhouses just don't look that good on here. On the hillside. See what the greenhouse did? It's alright, we'll just do this. No need to replace it or anything like that. Let's make it apples, which look like oranges. Oh, I guess they're red. I guess that could be apples. Now we go ahead. I think there's another couple spots over here I can use. Greenhouses again. Another greenhouse for some reason. We'll fix all the greenhouses in a minute. Get rid of them. There's another greenhouse. See, the large ones won't go up the hill, but these medium ones will. And then even then, like, you can use the small one. I should just stop. I'm putting way too many in here, I think. And even in the small ones, they'll kind of go almost anywhere. See, all these areas were being, told I couldn't use. Alright, let's see. These greenhouses, we might keep those. They actually look like they fit pretty good in there, to be honest. This, obviously, is hideous. Can't do that. Let's fix that. Let's go oranges. Pears. Let's go with, like, apples. These greenhouses definitely need to get changed. Oranges, pears, apples, oranges, pears, and apples. So now we've got all of our fruit trees. I mean, honestly, in real life, these areas would just be completely flippin' covered. If you know anything about orchards and wineries, vineyards and stuff like that, these hill would be covered all the way until they could not climb that dark spot of the mountain. Like this, all the way up to the road, if they could. If it was their property, it would just be just boom, 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 boom. I would love to be able to do that, but I have to go with the limitations of the game, obviously. So this is where we're going to kind of stop. Plus, at the same time, if I overdo it, again, we got way too much traffic. And I probably overdid it. I mean, I probably way overdid it. There's way too much traffic going to be going in and out of here at first until things start to kind of get to that equilibrium point. So we'll see what happens. Look at how many trucks are already starting to move in and out of this place. So, and once they hit here, they're all going to go that way. I almost think that I should one-way some of these streets just to be on the safe side. Like this one, for instance. Let's pause while we do this, because obviously I went the direction I shouldn't have with that one, but well, we could go that way. Should I have those like that? Maybe. Then we have a regular in and out right there. Oh my god. I told you traffic was going to be fucking crazy for a little bit here. Told you. So what are you doing now, Tim? Did you get a job then? Is that what you're telling us here? So when they come down, they either have to come all the way up here and go out this way, or go out this way and turn around that. So let's see if that helps. Let's see if it helps. If not, we'll figure it out. That's for sure. Alright, now we're almost done with the farm. Almost done building the farm. We need to come in here and find our last 4 buildings. Flour mill, the cattle shed, and the milking parlor, and our slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse is the biggest one. It's going to take up the most room. So what we need to do is get rid of Holmes Street here. Slaughterhouse is going to go in here. Then our milking parlor will easily fit right there. Come on. All I want you to do is just go right there. It's just taking way too long for you to do that. Thank you. And then I'm going to place 3 parking lots in there. And now I'm going to go back. Was it the cattle shed? No, I don't think it was. I think it was the flour mill. Yes. Now our cattle shed. Where was my cattle shed? I think I put it somewhere over here. Hold on, let me look. Oh, I remember. This is what I did. I adjusted the street. Built a straight line. Go ahead and just do this really quick. I believe it fit here like this. Hold on. Give me half a second. I think this is right. Then we take the cattle shed. What did I... Oh! And there we go. I just had to move the road out of the way a little bit, or else it wouldn't fit in there properly. I wanted it close enough, though. Like, right there is perfectly fine. And now we can take, and since we have... Oh, look, we're starting to get a need for housing. That's freaking amazing. And we're at 274,000 Sims. That's awesome. So awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to use our paint tool. Medium. No. Small. We're going to paint across here. All this is going to be farm. Oh, that got messed up. I screwed that up again. Hold on. This is going to need to get fixed with the zoning. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. Now, this spot, I didn't put anything in there because I wanted to do this. Hold on. I think it looks good like this. So pause for just a second so it doesn't put anything in my way. So it's like wanting to destroy that building if I go too far over. So let's go just underneath the silos with the concrete. Bam. Then we gotta watch out for the frickin' the windmill. Here we go. So now it's basically the reason I did that, so it looks like it's connected to this warehouse over here. Like the two of them are just connected. If there was stuff that I could do other than, like if I had other ploppables, like I was saying earlier, you know, the need of like a PC in my life, I could do stuff like this. You know, we have vehicles parked back here. Sort of. So it's like, you know, another little parking area for company trucks back there. What would be cool is if I had the ability, again, this goes back to needing a PC. Place opens a week from tomorrow, August 4th. Well, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? It'd be cool if, like, I could place actual farm vehicles in there. You know, front loaders, bobcats, lifts, just different things like that. It'd be really super neat if I could place those types of vehicles in areas like this that would, you know, give it a more lifelike appeal and appearance and things like that. Jack in the Box, and they're making you get up that early. Oh, I do that. They do get breakfast right on. So they're opening a new one than where you're at. Nice. I fucking love Jack in the Box. It's seriously one of my favorite places to go eat. Honestly, I love Jack in the Box. So good job, man. I'm glad you got yourself a job. I'm pissed off about that, about Jack in the Box, because there used to be one right down the way from me, like maybe 5-10 minutes away from me, and they closed it down. They couldn't keep employees. Like they just it kind of happened right around the same time as COVID and blah blah blah. So like a lot of other people, you know, a lot of other businesses were affected as well. It wasn't just Jack in the Box, but they couldn't keep employees. They live in an area that's like got a lot of drugs and crime and stuff like that too, so it doesn't help. And yeah, they've ended up closing down. The place that took over the restaurant isn't too bad, but I don't see them lasting as long as Jack in the Box did. They're called Hawaiian Hut, and they make Hawaiian food, which is really good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's good to have something different and unique like that, but it's not quite, you know, the best. Like, it's like, you're not like, oh my god, we have to go back to Hawaiian Hut right frickin' now, like tonight. We need to go back. If we don't eat Hawaiian Hut once a week, we're we don't know how to live. Like, no, it's not like that. It's like, what do you want? Maybe Hawaiian Hut? No, wasn't really into it last time. Okay, let's go to McDonald's. Okay, it sounds good to me. I mean, that's kind of how it is with that place. Several shut Breeze locations and turned it. Oh, nice. That was a good plan of attack, to be honest. 1, Jack in the Box is freaking awesome. 2, take the Arby's location, which already has everything you need. It's got the refrigerator, the grills, all the fans, everything. I mean, you might have to move some stuff around. You might have to update 1 or 2 things here and there, but basically the key components of what you need of the restaurant are there. There's a lot of times, like, I wish if I could win the lottery, I would do stuff like that, where I drive around and I see something that got shut down, a restaurant, a business, something, and I think to myself, that already has all the stuff I need to run X business out of it. I wish I had the money to do that. So I get it. And whoever's bought them up and is doing that, like, good for them. Kudos. And then good for you getting the job, man. Like, good luck on that, bro. I hope you do well there and make it to management. All right. Management would be awesome, right? I mean, you do get a little more work with that, but still, you get a little bit more pay out of that too. So, never one to put off any type of like pay increase if I can get it. That tree, if it was any closer, it would be a problem. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to throw down some rocks right here. That's why I left this open right here. I wanted something like this. There is an old mill around the way from me, actually, and for a while the mill was closed. It was closed. There was nothing going on there. There's people doing stuff out of there now, but I'm looking at the place and I'm like, man, I would take that and I would do X with it and Y. Like, I even at one time even thought to myself, like, man, it'd be a good spot to even open up a strip club. Probably, my mom would probably hate that. She wouldn't want me to do something like that, but still. The area, the location, things like that, like, pop into my head, like, how can I make money all the time? So, if I had the ability to, one day, I will make money. I swear, one day I will be worth millions of dollars. It is my goal in life. This little corner here just needs something like this. It needs that rock there, a little bit of grass, if it'll let me. Oops. And this tree, if it will let me. Perfect. Let's make sure there isn't anything that'll allow it to build. Oh, see, look at. Let's get rid of that little yellow dot. Then it'll throw something in there, get rid of my rock, and we're screwed. No more rock. Remember, this is a farm. We can have areas like this. Too much hassle. So the place of my sister, my younger sister, her name is Megan. She's the assistant general manager or something like that at what the hell is that place? Spaghetti Factory. At a spaghetti factory. They just built it, and what they did was they took over, like, there's this old building in Medford, and it was originally a train station. And then it was, other stuff throughout time. And then last before it was Spaghetti Factory, it was some other restaurant, but it was like a gross restaurant. Nobody liked it, and that's why it shut down. It was just, not ran properly. Well, Spaghetti Factory bought the building and renovated the whole place, and now Spaghetti Factory is moving in, and they're doing very well there, in fact. So they are getting a lot of attraction from the homeless and drug addict population in the area. My sister's car was just broken into 2 days ago. They smashed out her passenger window and rifled through her car. Luckily, she doesn't keep anything in there. She might have kept some things in there, but she keeps her pew-pew in her purse. And so that, because, when she walks out of work at 11 p.m. at night, she wants to make sure that that pew-pew is right there. She has, she has her concealed. So, and she needs her protection. Every woman should carry protection, in my opinion. I mean, every man too, but like every woman necessary should like learn how to use a pew-pew and, use it properly. But yeah, they reused the building. We went there when they did the grand reopening, or the grand opening. They did a dry opening, or whatever you want to call it, where they invited family and friends and everything, and everybody got to eat free. Like, we went there, we ate for free. But all the serving staff and the waiting staff, everybody that was working there, had the job there, had to get, that was their training point and everything like that. And yeah, the area is slightly unsafe, but it's, I've worked down there a million times with my own, doing construction work. I go down there and I park and I see what's going on. And really what it is it's more the drug addicts than anything in the area. A lot of the people who choose to be homeless for, their own private reasons, not drugs and alcohol abuse, they tend to stay away from areas like that, and they tend to stay away from the people like that in town. I've met quite a few of them, don't get me wrong. There's people who just choose to be homeless. They don't want to live the rat race. But the people who are out there with the drugs and the alcohol, because of the drugs and the alcohol, I should say, that's the ones who are getting into her car and stuff like that, rifling around because they think, oh, how am I going to get my next fix? So I feel bad for them. I really wish there was better opportunities, better systems, things in place. Everybody can say that, but at the same time, I also believe that it takes your own choice, your own willingness to step away from that yourself and not, be a part of that system, that slave system and mentality, I guess you could call it, to, the drugs and the alcohol. I you see me, I drink, I drink pretty heavily. I do smoke pot, and I, at the same time, know that if I'm not working, I can't afford my drugs. So I tend to keep that sober mindset throughout the day, to go and keep myself working and keep a good job and get paid and make sure that I have a roof over my head and a roof over my my mom's head and stuff like that, because it's all necessary in my life. And I guess to some people it's not, but let's get off that conversation. It's depressing, and it's kind of political too. It's polarizing and political. Some people have opinions on that one way or the other, and I try to be as understanding as possible, but when it comes to people who choose that lifestyle for ignorant reasons, I get upset about it. But people who choose that lifestyle for their own reasons, I'll tell you a cool story. There's a guy who lives in Ashland, Oregon here, just down around the way. He has his own, he's homeless. He chooses to be homeless. He walks around with a wagon that's just big enough to, he has a little bed inside of it. It's covered and everything like that. His goat pulls it. One of his goats pulls it. He has 2 goats and a sheep. And he has like a chicken. And he walks all over Ashland and Phoenix with this wagon that his goat pulls for him. And it's got, like I said, it has a bed in there, and he keeps all of his supplies, his food, his kitchen. And he chooses to live this way. He chooses to stay homeless and live out of his wagon and travel around the South Oregon here. And what he does is he goes to these farms, and there's tons of farms in the area, lots and lots of farms in the area. And at this point, they all know him, and they see him walking up, and they're like, oh, so-and-so is here for work. And he shows up, and he busts his ass all day long. He works, and does farm work and everything else. He's a farm hand, basically. And at the end of the day, he goes back to wherever he plans on camping out for the night. And he gets hassled by the police and stuff like that. But at this point, a lot of the police know him. They know he's not doing anything wrong. He isn't a drug addict or anything like that. He just chooses to live this lifestyle, this nomadic lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. And I think actually his little story is actually pretty cool. If I could ever like personally talk to that guy, it would be kind of a good, I think it'd be a good little talk or something like that. But I watched this story and I'm like, man, I'm actually jealous. I'm so jealous. He looks so happy, just him and his goats and his chicken. Nothing else to worry about. He's got food. He goes to a farm. He's like, seriously, the chicken gives him eggs. The goats he gets milk from his goats. And then as far as, I think he's a vegetarian. I think the dude's a vegetarian, so he doesn't necessarily eat meat, but if he does, I think he gets that from different farms, with like we have lots of cattle farms in the area and stuff like that. So he wouldn't really have trouble, if he went and was like, hey, let me make a trade for a couple pounds of meat for this or whatever. But he wouldn't have you'd have a hard time keeping stuff, cold or frozen, I feel. So he probably tends to eat more of a vegetarian lifestyle, I'd imagine. Alright. Let's see. We have got the farm built. Let's go into this mode really quick, because I want to really take a good look at this. And I'm actually very happy with it. Like, wish I could have taken this and done a little more of making that a little more rounded and looking more like a spot that you would be coming into for a field for cattle or anything like that. But it works. It works for me. We've got our main house right here. What's kind of cool, I don't think I've ever noticed that before, is they've got a little thing out there in front. They got a little play set out front for the kids. That's pretty neat. There's old Farmer Dan hanging out in his driveway, just thinking about life and where he's come from and everything, just making this giant farm of his. Look at him, just relaxing against his pitchfork, just loving life. Like, this guy knows what he wanted in life, and he went for it, and he did it, and he's accomplished that goal. That's Farmer Dan right there. He's so happy. I mean, look at his farm. Farmer Dan has made it. Farmer Dan has frickin' made it. This is Farmer Dan's farm right here. Farmer Dan. Let's change the name. Let's do it. Oh, wait, nope. Dan's Farms. There we go. Farmer Dan, thinking about life over here in the driveway. Just loving it. Look at him, he's still there, just loving life. Let's go fix these logistics. I just noticed that. They have all this stuff here. Let's go ahead and do that. That helps. That'll probably help with the traffic too, since we're having so many issues with it at the moment. I don't understand why there's so many vehicles for just 3 buildings. Okay, maybe these 2 fields too, but like, are they coming off the bridge trying to go this way and get out? Or, I would imagine that it would have been smarter to go out here to the road and out, but I have a half-assed idea here. It's completely half-assed, but let's see what happens. It can't hurt. I mean, it might not help, but it can't hurt. I mean, it might hurt. We'll find out. Taking a nap on his pitchfork. Yeah, he's just resting his eye. I mean, look at all the work he's got to deal with. Holy shit. That guy better have a good logistics team, I tell you what. I mean, to get to this point, he probably does. Look, he's still hanging out with his pitchfork. He doesn't know what to do. He's got so many good workers. He's like, what do I do now? I don't know. I'm gonna stand in my driveway with my pitchfork, I guess, and take pictures and think about life, I guess. Poor Farmer Dan. Everything is just so good for him. Alright, this side here in Beechwood Park, I wanted to do, like I said, I was trying to keep away from increasing the pollution, which I think we did a very good job of, but I wanted to go ahead and add in a few spots here, like this. I mean, there's a slight bit of pollution on this side, just a slight bit, but I feel like some of this will be fine, like that. Just a couple little farm things there. This side we can do, actually I don't want to do anything like that because it's just going to fill it in. I want it to stay nice like that. What we're going to do though, and have a little bit of fun with our decorating. Those issues will get worse, just a prediction. Probably. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to, like, This is where the problem is. They're coming out and they all want to turn this way now, instead of just going out here to get to the highway. So maybe if I added this in as my thought, will they head this direction? See, like, they're all just turning and they want to go this way. And then there's other trucks that are trying to do their job, blocking them because they want to go out this way to get to the road. Like, cheese and crackers, I hate the way traffic works in this damn game, vanilla. I swear to cheese. Jesus cripes. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what to do. It just, sometimes I have to take a little bit of time to let the traffic do its thing, so that I can figure out what the flip is going on, and hopefully I can fix it at that point. I want some trees right there, that's why I did that. Try to get some trees around now, just give it that nature look. You know, not just totally barren over here. Not trying to go like super heavy with anything either. I think the strength is at medium at the moment. Yeah, and then now increasing the amount of farms. There's going to be a few more farms popping up in these green areas over here. That's going to increase traffic as well. And as you can see, problems. At least that problem disappeared, though. There was a huge problem here in my test build, and I fixed it. But now I'm having other issues here with my hoping it was a fix, and it's not really. So, yeah. Everybody wants to just come down to this. Look at this is what pisses me off. Why the fuck do you need to change 4 lanes at once? Oh my god. This is what's fucking it all up right here. How okay, if I could understand this track art and how to, what would be great is to, how could I figure this out, this stupidity of the AI, right, and use it to my advantage? How can I take this stupidity and create something that's going to allow the traffic to move a little bit better. Like, where is the fix in this? This is where the hard part is, because everybody wants to all of a sudden go from the right lane to the far left lane in one swift movement. And then anybody coming down the freeway here is now effed because of that. Now, I could get rid of this. I could get rid of this little on-ramp right here. But then this turns into a giant clusterfuck right here. This whole roundabout, like right now, it is flowing so beautifully, like it should. We'll come back to this. We're going to come back to this. Because there is a workaround. There is a fix for it. You are right, though. There is a fix for this. There is a way to take this and make the traffic do what I need it to do without the frustrating things affecting me. You know what I mean? So there is a way to do it. It's just a matter of taking the time to figure out how to get it right. This right here, though, is so frustrating to me because I think what I should do, I didn't have single road. I didn't do one-way roads originally. I just did regular roads. And I don't know why I decided to do one-ways all of a sudden, but let's go ahead and try this. If this doesn't work, then we're just going to go back to regular road. I mean, this leads them straight out here to Anna Hancock Street, which now they can take a much more direct route out instead of taking this loop through Thompson here and screwing up all of my actual work traffic. The only traffic they're going to be messing with here would be the sheep, the pigs, and these two, and they don't really get a ton of traffic as compared to the silos and the barns. So, yeah, out here, Chris. Hey, you have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's just give it a few minutes, see what happens. I'm going to step back from this while it does that. Make sure everything else is working out good here. I remember keeping that one as a greenhouse, but it works, so I'm going to leave it. This is another one of the bugs that I'm like, what's going on here? This is one of the bugs. Like, can I send them a report? Do they have a website? No, I mean, they have a website, I know that, but do they have like an email that I can like directly contact somebody and be like, yo, fix this? Hey, you have a good night too, Track Art. Thank you so much for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. It's been a while, and I really do appreciate it. You have a good night, man. But this bug right here, these yellow little land plots that come up with these, like, I mean, is this on purpose? Was this on purpose? What is this yellow land? Every once in a while, too, you'll hear, like, animals oinking or mooing out of them, too, and it's just this. And then you have, like, that. What is this? What is that? Orchard Company. Their orchard is comprised of 10 trees. This is an orchard company. Where's their orchard? They have a sign for Big Bite Burgers. It's crunch time. Fruit for all. But they're selling furniture. This one, Animal Farm. Obviously that's an animal farm, right? See where my frustration lies sometimes? It's a small orchard, right? That is a very small orchard. That is like a backyard orchard. You might as well just have a fruit stand in front of your house. Oh, it's so funny though. That's part of the reason to love the game, for small little weird fun things like that. But these bugs, I'm telling you, Mary's livestock. But it's a black sign. Mary's livestock. There we go. All right, let's see here. It's 2 o'clock. Oh, wow, we've been on for 2 hours now. Pretty cool. Okay. So I see why everybody's going to bed over there in the European area. Well then, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and call it a day. It has been 2 hours. Everybody's getting ready to go do some other stuff, go to bed and things like that. I got to start thinking about, things around home, getting ready for work this week. So I believe that this was a great, excellent, just amazing part of this build. This really worked out well. Able to use this mountain in a way that I wasn't sure I was going to be. Oh my god, look at the traffic. Let's stop looking at that. Able to use this mountain in a way that I didn't think possible. Trying to make it. Well, the farm just grew. Well, that's good. We got to see that. That's cool. And yeah, it's just. I think this is good. This worked out really, really well. This is a good build. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I am. That looks really good. The next step of this, let's go ahead and talk about the next step. We're going to be working with these two squares right here and this little area right here. I want to build a farmer's market in this area, like a farmer's market park, kind of growing back into our city here, allowing things to grow and fit and work well. So, yeah, look forward to that. That'll be next week. We'll be doing that, a farmer's market, kind of adjusting things here in the build. I'm going to take a look at how I can work with this traffic and see if I can't fix it also. If not, I don't know. The traffic's really bugging me, but we'll get back to that. So until then, thank you everybody so much for joining me. I appreciate everybody. Everybody, you've just been awesome. And the only person who was missing today was David. Didn't see him today. I'm missing you, David. See you next time, though. And until then, everybody, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a great week.